What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about 10-ounce silver bars and why they are my favorite denomination of silver to stack. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there, go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, of course we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. And of course the brand new Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. But today I wanted to talk about the 10-ounce silver bars, and sitting here in front of me I have the 10-ounce silver sunshine bar and the 10-ounce silver bull bar, and these two are the only type of 10-ounce bars that I own. This is relatively new. I got it I think just last month, and sunshine bars are really all that I stacked for the last year and a half to 2 years. I got my very first increment of silver that was above a troy ounce. I believe it was Black Friday of 2018, and then Cyber Monday I got another one, and then throughout all of 2019 I continued stacking mostly silver eagles and maples and a little bit of 90%, but occasionally picking up a 5 or 10 ounce silver bar. So I decided early on that I don't really like the idea of having really large denominations of silver, and by that I mean kilo bars or 25-ounce bars or 50-ounce bars or 100-ounce bars or really anything above 10 ounces. Now, it's all just personal preference. Now, there are going to be people who prefer silver of larger denominations. There are going to be people who prefer silver of smaller denominations. It's really all personal preference at the end of the day. But what I realized is that silver may or may not be difficult to part ways with if it's a big block of silver, especially if the spot price were to do something drastic. If you have, let's just say, a 100-ounce silver bar and the spot price goes to, I don't know, arbitrary number, $100 per troy ounce, you may or may not have difficulty parting ways with that particular piece of silver. And if it's something of a reputable mint, you might not want to melt it down and divide it up. That might be a little bit of a pain in the neck. You may or may not have the time to do that, and not to mention poured silver is not nearly as recognizable as, let's just say, a silver sunshine bar. So, point being is, that's why I chose not to go of a larger denomination. And the cool thing about smaller denominations is they're easier to work with. They are easier to carry around. They're easier for smaller transactions and stuff like that. But the issue with smaller denominations is the higher premium. The smaller the piece of silver, the higher the premium is typically going to be. It's just like going to a regular store as opposed to going to a wholesale club store. The same logic applies. The bigger the piece of silver, the lower the premium is going to be. For example, one 10-ounce silver bar, it's probably going to run you a smaller fiat dollar bill price tag than if you were to go and get 10 little 1 troy ounce silver bars. Now, I do have 1 troy ounce silver bars, not that many, but I do have some. Here's one, here's another. I have 5-ounce bars as well. Sunshine. I've always been a big fan of Sunshine minting products, whether it be a 1 troy ounce, a 5 troy ounce, a 10 troy ounce bar, or a 1 troy ounce or even a half troy ounce silver round. I'm a big fan of Sunshine, mostly for the proof of authenticity. Mint mark SI right there in the center. If you have a decoder lens, which by the way, I will be doing a video in the near future reviewing and showing how the decoder lens works. But I personally choose to stick with the 10-ounce silver bars. I like them more than 5-ounce bars. I would rather have 1 10-ounce bar than 2 5-ounce bars. And I think the reason for that is purely psychological. For whatever reason, it's just not as satisfying to hold on to or look at a 5-ounce silver bar. And I think the reason for that is because it doesn't look all that different than a 1-ounce bar. It doesn't look that much bigger. See, if you're looking at it like this, they're not too far off. But if you turn them on their side, that's where the difference is. See, it's not too much taller, not too much wider, but it is about 5 times as thick. So that's the 5-ounce silver bar, which I love, by the way. But for some strange reason, holding on to a 10-ounce silver bar it's just different. It just feels like you're really holding on to something of substance, something of real true value, something substantial, and it's just like a big block of wealth, it feels like. So it's just, once again, it's personal preference, and it's probably 100% psychological, but I figured, since there are a lot of people out there who prefer the smallest denominations as possible, there's a lot of people out there who merely stick to 90% silver, so they can have the 1/14 of an ounce, the 1/6 of an ounce, the 1/3 of an ounce silver coins, essentially. That's approximately what they are, or the 1 troy ounce silver eagles, maples, etc., etc., etc. They like the smaller denominations of silver, and I'm on board with that as well. I've stacked more silver eagles than any other piece of silver out there, and I do like smaller denominations. I prefer working with smaller pieces of silver and having multiple small transactions as opposed to fewer large transactions, and the same goes for gold as well. And that's why a lot of people like the smaller denominations of silver, so they can have multiple pieces. It's a lot easier to work with 100 1-ounce silver bars than it is to work with one 100-ounce silver bar. So that's the plus side to the smaller denominations, and then the plus side to the larger denominations, as I was previously stating, is the bigger the piece of silver, typically the lower the premium is going to be. And in today's economic climate, I do think that that actually makes perfect sense. I think anything you can do to get your hands on silver for the lowest possible premium is probably the smartest way to go right now, especially with the premiums being cranked up all the way through the roof, and with spot price being up about $10 higher than what most of us are used to. Anything you can do to break down the premiums, in my opinion and from my perspective, is probably the secret to success right now. Now, one could argue that has always been the secret to success. However, when there's pros, there's also cons. Like I said, the bigger the piece of silver, yes, the lower the premium is going to be, but the more difficult it's going to be to work with. So that's kind of why I like the 10-ounce silver bars. It's almost like meeting right in the middle. There's a lot of people out there with 20-ounce bars or kilo bars, which are about 31 troy ounces of silver, and there's a lot of people out there with the half troy ounces or the 1 troy ounce, and the 10-ounce bar is just really just right in the middle, and it just makes the most sense to me. And I've always been a big fan of the 10-ounce silver bars. When I first got started stacking, I did not get anything above a troy ounce of silver for a little bit of time, almost a full year, and I've always had my eyes on the 10-ounce silver sunshine bar, which, by the way, is my favorite silver bar, if I didn't make that clear earlier in the video. I think the proof of authenticity on the back makes for an excellent security feature. And I've also always had my eye on the Silver Gold Bull 10-ounce silver bar. I've always been a fan of that. This was something that was offered since before I got started stacking. You can get one of these at spot. Maybe not at the moment, because I know they sold out very, very quick, but I always wanted to get my hands on one of these, and when spot price was only $13, $14, don't ask me why I didn't capitalize on it. I don't know what got in my way. I don't know if I just didn't want it at the time, or I don't know if it was not really on my mind at the moment. I don't know what it was, but I didn't end up getting one of these until just a couple of weeks ago, and I'm glad that I did, because I picked one up right before spot price really started to pop off. I think I picked it up when spot price was $19 and change, so I definitely could have gotten it when spot price was $13, $14, so I could have picked it up for $130, $140, or something like that. But hey, as I always say, I'd rather miss out on an opportunity than to be controlled by the fear of missing out. Maybe I didn't have $130, $140 on me at the time, but I got one, and I plan on getting more. And these are pretty cool because if you flip it over, it has a horizontal design as opposed to vertical on both sides like the Silver Sunshine bar. So it says build your wealth in ounces, which is something that I could not possibly agree more on. Build your wealth in ounces and measure your wealth in ounces. Somebody might say, how much silver do you have? And the answer always is, not enough. They're like, well, how many dollars is it worth? And I'm just like, I have no idea. See this right here on screen. Somebody says,
oh, okay, that's, according to the spot price, multiply that by 20 plus a little bit of a premium, it's worth X amount of dollars.
Nope. No. This is worth 10 troy ounces of silver. That's the way I do things. I only measure it in dollars before I get my hands on the silver. When it's still in someone else's possession, when the coin shop is still the owner of the silver, when the online bullion dealer is still the owner of the piece of silver, I will focus on the fiat dollar bill price tag, and that's just because I try to get the most bang for my buck. I'll always try to get the most money for my currency, but once these are in my pocket, once these are in my safe, once these are in my possession, no more fiat dollar bill price tag attached to them. They are measured in ounces, not dollars, once I have them. Before I have them, yes, measured in dollars. And the cool thing about 10-ounce silver bars is they're not too big to work with. They're not too big to carry. You could probably put 2 or 3 of these 10-ounce silver bars in each of your pockets, which means you could have about 100 ounces of silver on you and be hands-free. And the cool thing about that is if you were to carry 100 ounces of silver on you in 1 ounce increments, if you were to have 100 silver eagles in your pockets, that might be a little bit difficult. Number one, if they were all loose and you had 20 or 30 in each pocket, be making a lot of noise. You'd have to worry about one falling out of your pocket. I do carry pocket silver, but I'm not carrying 100 silver eagles in my pocket. The alternative to that would be to keep them in the mint tubes, but this is big and bulky. This is not necessarily something that you could easily fit in your pocket. I mean, I'm sure you could, but imagine putting 1 or 2 of each of these in your pockets. You'd look friggin' ridiculous, and you'd probably end up having some problems. But the 10-ounce silver bars, you could easily put 2 of these in your pocket. Look how slim that is. There are cell phones thicker than this. So point being is I'm a big fan of the 10-ounce silver bars. This video, I haven't talked about the silver bars in a while, so I just wanted to have some fun and showcase my love for the 10-ounce silver bars. I'm a big fan of how they look. I'm a big fan of how they feel in the hand. I'm a big fan of the fact that they're essentially a way of meeting right in the middle. Like I said, the smaller denominations, yeah, they're the easiest to work with, but they have a higher premium typically. And then the larger denominations, I would imagine, are incredibly difficult to work with, but at the same time, they have a lower premium. These, it's right in the middle. In my opinion, from my perspective, not a financial advisor, nothing on this channel is financial advice, it's all for entertainment purposes, but I believe you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. If you have these, I think the pros outweigh the cons. And truth be told, I can't think of many cons when it comes to the 10-ounce silver bars. So that's what I want to talk about today. And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, where I can do things on my terms, not on YouTube's terms, I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller and easier to work with. I could read more messages and respond to more people in real time. You can get access to giveaways, year-round discounts, personalized promo codes. You can get your name added to a shout-out board. That's optional. You might not want your name put on the board. But regardless, the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's going to be incredibly fun. I'd be happy to have you. You're invited. It'll be the first link in the description. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying to hit 2,000 subscribers, and we just hit 1,000. I appreciate that. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products, t-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, and of course the brand new Crackin' Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug, inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. And once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what is your favorite denomination of silver? Do you prefer the 1, the 5, maybe the 10-ounce silver bars? Maybe you actually prefer fractional silver bars. Maybe you have some generic half troy ounce silver bars, or maybe even 1 gram silver bars, or do you prefer them kind of right in the middle, maybe 10 ounce, maybe 20 ounce, maybe kilo bars, or do you like the very large denominations of silver, the 50 ounce, the 100 ounce, or anything above that? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, anything and everything related to silver bars. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, and remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.